Let's take a journey around the inner solar system, a fascinating region filled with wonders both familiar and mysterious. Here, close to the Sun, the planets and their companions tell stories that stretch back billions of years. Imagine you are an explorer drifting through space, searching for moons. Moons, also known as natural satellites, are companions to planets, each with its own unique tale. These moons are made of rock, ice, or sometimes a mix of both, and they orbit their parent planets in silent, graceful paths. Some moons are enormous, like our own moon, which lights up Earth's night sky and has inspired humans for millennia. Others are tiny, no bigger than a city block, resembling pebbles or asteroids drifting through space. Moons come in all shapes and sizes. Some are round and smooth, others are jagged and irregular. Each one has a different origin and history. Some moons have been orbiting their planets since the dawn of the solar system, their surfaces scarred by ancient impacts and cosmic weathering. Others are much younger, still forming from dust and debris, slowly taking shape as they circle their planets. Every moon is special in its own way. By studying these moons, scientists learn more about the planets they orbit, uncovering secrets about how our solar system formed and evolved. The inner solar system is the region closest to the Sun, where temperatures are high and planets are packed with rocky material. Here we find four remarkable worlds: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, each with its own environment and story. These are called the terrestrial planets because they have solid rocky surfaces, unlike the giant planets farther out. While the gas giants are huge and made mostly of gas, the inner planets are dense and rocky, making them very different from their distant cousins. But not all of these planets have moons. Some travel alone, without any natural satellites to keep them company. Today, we'll explore the moons, and even the almost moons, like captured asteroids, that orbit these four planets, discovering what makes each one unique. We'll begin with the planets that have no moons, visit our familiar moon, and end with the strangest moon of all, Xusvi, a mysterious object near Venus that challenges our ideas of what a moon can be. Let's begin our journey with Mercury, the innermost planet of our solar system and one of the most mysterious. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, orbiting in a region of space where temperatures soar and sunlight is intense. It's a small, rocky world, covered in craters and scorched by the Sun's relentless heat. Mercury is not only the smallest of the 8 planets, but also one of the hottest during the day, with surface temperatures climbing to over 400 degrees Celsius. Mercury races around the Sun at incredible speed, completing a full orbit in just 88 Earth days. That means a year on Mercury is less than 3 months long. But strangely, Mercury has no moons at all, not even a tiny one to keep it company as it circles the Sun. Why is Mercury so alone in space? Why does it not have a single moon when so many other planets do? The answer lies in the Sun's powerful gravity. So close to the Sun, its gravitational pull is incredibly strong. If Mercury ever had a moon, the Sun would likely have pulled it away, stealing it into space. Or the moon might have spiraled in and crashed into Mercury itself, unable to resist the Sun's tug. It's a tough, lonely place to keep a moon. The environment is harsh, and the Sun's gravity makes it nearly impossible for any moon to survive. Venus, the next planet out from the Sun, is just as unlucky when it comes to moons. Venus is often called Earth's twin because it's similar in size and mass. But when it comes to companions, Venus is all alone. Venus spins very slowly and in the opposite direction to most planets. A day on Venus is longer than its year. The planet is shrouded in thick, toxic clouds that hide its surface from view, making it mysterious and forbidding. But when we search for moons around Venus, we find nothing. Venus is moonless too, just like Mercury. Perhaps Venus and Mercury simply prefer their own company. Or perhaps any moons they once had were stolen away by the Sun's gravity, or lost to the emptiness of space long ago. Whatever the reason, when it comes to moons. These two planets are the true loners at the party, quietly orbiting the sun with no companions by their side. Now let's visit Earth. Our planet has one big, beautiful moon, but how did it get there? The story begins over 4 billion years ago with a dramatic collision. Long ago, a Mars-sized object hit the young Earth. Scientists call this object Theia. The crash was so powerful it sent rocks and dust flying into space. This debris formed a ring around Earth. Over time, the pieces stuck together. They formed our moon. The moon is special because of this violent birth. It is larger, compared to its planet, than any other moon in the inner solar system. If not for Theia, our nights would be much darker, and poets would have to write about something else. So, next time you gaze at the moon, remember, it is the child of a cosmic crash, a reminder that the universe likes a bit of drama. When you look at the moon, you may notice dark patches. These are called maria, which is Latin for seas. Of course, they are not filled with water. Instead, they are made of ancient lava. Millions of years ago, the moon's surface was battered by huge asteroids. These impacts cracked the crust. Lava bubbled up from below, filling the craters. When the lava cooled, it left smooth, dark areas. These areas are the seas we see today. The maria cover about 16% of the moon's surface. If you look closely, you can spot the Sea of Tranquility and the Sea of Serenity. Apollo 11 landed in the Sea of Tranquility. Imagine, the first humans on the moon made a splash without any water. So while the moon may not have real seas, it has a history as wild as any ocean adventure. The moon has one more trick, It always shows us the same face. No matter where you look from Earth, you will always see the man in the moon. This is because of something called tidal locking. Tidal locking happens when a moon's rotation matches its orbit around its planet. For the moon, this means it spins on its axis once every 27 days, the same time it takes to go around Earth. That's why we only ever see one side. The far side of the moon, sometimes called the dark side, is just as bright as the near side. It's simply hidden from us. Only spacecraft and a few lucky astronauts have seen it in person. Tidal locking is actually pretty common for moons in the solar system. Still, it feels a bit cheeky of the moon to keep half of itself a secret, doesn't it? Now we travel to Mars, the red planet. Mars has two small moons, Phobos and Deimos. Let's start with Phobos, the larger and closer one. Phobos orbits Mars very quickly, just 7 hours for a full lap. It is shaped a bit like a potato. Phobos has a giant crater named Stickney, which takes up nearly half its width. You could say it's a bit cratered by life, but Phobos is not here to stay. It is slowly spiraling towards Mars. In 30 to 50 million years, it will get too close and break apart. The debris may form a ring around Mars, making it look a bit like Saturn's less glamorous cousin. So, Phobos is a moon with a deadline. Enjoy it while you can, before it goes to pieces. Deimos is Mars's other moon. It is smaller than Phobos and farther away. If Phobos is the big brother, Deimos is the shy little sibling. Deimos is only about 12 kilometers wide. That's smaller than many cities on Earth. It looks like a lumpy rock, covered in dust. Its surface is smoother than Phobos, as dust has settled into its small craters. Deimos moves slowly across the Martian sky. From the surface of Mars, Deimos would look like a bright star, gliding gently overhead. It takes about 30 hours to orbit Mars, much longer than Phobos. Scientists think Phobos and Deimos might be captured asteroids. They are not round like our moon. Still, they help make Mars an interesting place to visit, if you don't mind heights. Now, let's return to Venus. Remember, Venus has no traditional moons, but it does have something odd, a quasi-moon named Zuzve. What on Earth, or Venus, is a quasi-moon? A quasi-moon is not a real moon. Instead, it is an asteroid that shares a planet's orbit around the Sun. Zuzve circles the Sun in a path very close to Venus. Sometimes it moves ahead of Venus, sometimes behind. but it never actually orbits Venus itself. Zoozve is small and hard to spot. It was only discovered by clever astronomers using powerful telescopes. In fact, its name is a happy accident. Zoozve started as a typo on a chart, but the odd name stuck. Maybe because it's fun to say. So, while Venus is still a lonely planet, at least it has a quirky space companion. Proof that even loners can have friends in strange places. The inner solar system is full of surprises, a cosmic neighborhood where every planet and moon has a story to tell. From the blazing heat near the sun to the cool blue of Earth, this region is a dynamic stage for celestial drama. Some planets, like Mercury and Venus, have no moons at all. Their skies remain empty, untouched by orbiting companions. This absence is a mystery that has puzzled astronomers for generations. Others, like Earth and Mars, are accompanied by moons with wild pasts and strange futures. These moons are more than just rocks in space. They are witnesses to ancient collisions, cosmic thefts, and gravitational dances. And then there's Zoozve, the quasi-moon with a name as odd as its path. Orbiting Venus in a bizarre looping trajectory, Zoozve blurs the line between moon and asteroid, challenging our very definitions. From Earth's moon, born in a fiery crash that reshaped our planet, to Mars's doomed Phobos, spiraling ever closer to destruction, and shy Deimos, quietly keeping its distance, each moon has its own unique tale to share. Even the lack of moons around Mercury and Venus tells us something profound about the power of the sun. Its immense gravity and scorching heat may have stripped these planets of any would-be moons long ago. Moons help us understand more about the solar system. By studying their orbits, surfaces, and histories, scientists unlock secrets about planetary formation, cosmic impacts, and the forces that shape our universe. They show us the drama, the humor, and the oddities of space. From volcanic eruptions to mysterious grooves and craters, moons are like cosmic storytellers, revealing the hidden history of our solar system. Next time you look up at the night sky, remember these lunar neighbors, each with a story worth telling. Whether you see our familiar moon or imagine the tiny dots orbiting Mars, you're witnessing billions of years of cosmic evolution. So, whether you fancy a sea of lava, a giant crater, or a moon that isn't quite a moon, the inner solar system has something for everyone, even if it's just a cheeky quasi-moon named Zoozve. Our family of moons is ever-changing, and their stories are far from over.